What's going on, you guys? Kenny here, also known as SolidFan85. Welcome to another vlog. This will be probably one of a few vlogs that I may do here on the channel before leaving YouTube. But I did want to kind of talk about some real life stuff going on with me. Kind of open up a little bit, tell you guys some stuff that's going on aside from this whole COPPA thing here on YouTube. There's other stuff going on in my life. January, I am renting my guest bedroom. This will be the first time that I'm actually going to put somebody on a lease that has my name on it as the main occupant in a long time, aside from being married. This is a bit of a leap of faith for me, honestly, because the last time I had a roommate, they bailed on me, and they left me with a broken lease on my record, and broken trust too. So this will be different. I mean, because essentially I'm just kind of renting a room out. My guest bedroom. A friend of mine's gonna be staying with me as they rebuild their life, because they're going through a similar situation than I am when it pertains to relationships and everything. So, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing because I'm reopening up. I'm rediscovering what I'm capable of. I'm now single too. My divorce was settled last week. I haven't really made a video on that. I think it's because I'm still dealing with it. I mourn it a bit. It's not something that I celebrate, which some people might find weird, I guess. But I don't know. It's it is what it is, I guess. So there's a lot going on mentally and in the heart. There's a lot of rediscovering, and there's been a few painful steps to it that I thought I was capable of something, such as dating. And getting into physical relationships. But there's a lot going on there, man. I'm rediscovering who I am. That's the weirdest part of the aftermath of divorce, is rediscovering where you're at, where you want to be, where you are, who you are, how you used to be. And it can be really weird. It can be really, really weird. But that's life. Adult life is really, really weird. And I guess we just kind of make it through it, hope for the best, and go from there. I've never been one that I've never really needed much to be satisfied. And that's always been true in my life, but I find it hard to be satisfied nowadays, in regard to life in general. I have been satisfied in other ways, but I'm not going to get into that. But because that's one of the benefits of dating and reconnecting with people, and especially the opposite sex, or same sex as well. But being a heterosexual male, I prefer the company of women. And since I've dated, since the divorce, it's been on and off, with being able to connect with people. I don't know, the dating scene's always weird, honestly. But I'm probably not going to get too much detail into that. But, being human, connections are made. And there have been satisfactions. There has been satisfactions, I will say that much. And it's been really cool. But at the same time, there's always ups and downs. I'm kind of rambling at this point, but so be it. It's been a while since I've vlogged, since I've really kind of dug deep. I've always found this stuff therapeutic. So we'll see where it goes. Also, I'm going to apologize for the way I look. It's like 11:30 at night right now, but with the internet being down, I'm kind of bored, so, it is what it is. The tech's going to be out tomorrow for the 6th time this month. Hope they can figure out whatever the hell's going on with this thing. It's actually, the internet's in the other room, in the living room over here. I just have a wire ran from the modem to my computer, wire ran to both the PlayStation and the Xbox. Um, so, of course, I've double checked all those wires. I've double checked the modem. I took the modem over to my folks' house, tested it, didn't see any problems with it dropping. So anything that's going on is outside, and I'm pretty sure it's on the pole. It's probably the MER. It keeps fluctuating according to one tech. The MER is basically a device out on the pole that it measurements fluctuations and cable signal, stuff like that. But so anyway, hopefully that gets fixed. But anyway, back to relationships and life. It's been up and down. It's been up and down. When it comes to people can be easy or people can be complicated, especially friendships, especially relationships, dating, connecting. Like when it comes to the physical stuff, there's got to be a connection for me. There's got to be a connection. I'm not a guy that I can just hook up with somebody, I've never been like that. Never been like that. Which is, honestly can be kind of annoying sometimes. It really can be. Because there have been times I wish I could be one of those guys that just goes out and parties and, hooks up with random girls. But I'm wiser than that, I guess. I was talking with a friend of mine the other day, and I said, different times in my life, I've been referred to as an old soul, wise beyond my years, sort of thing. And while that may sound good when you live that way, it can be annoying. It can be so annoying to realize things and be wise about things. And, I'm still immature as hell, but there are certain situations in life that, with the childhood I had, with the teenage years I lived through, with the stuff I see my family went through, and friends, and losing friends, and everything. I'm one of those types mentally that I learn from my encounters. 95% of the time, I learn from my encounters. I learn from the past. Something in my brain kicks in and it says, nope, don't repeat it. Keep going. So that's one of the benefits of being me. It's one of the major benefits of being me, of being Kenny, is that that's a part of who I am. And I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that. I really shouldn't have pride, but I do. I used to be really religious, growing up. I was dragged to church a whole lot growing up because I come from a long line of pastors, evangelicals, preachers, so on and so forth. Mainly Baptist, also a mix of non-denominational. But now, at this point in my life, talking about, pride and having too much pride. I think it's okay to have a little bit of pride and a little bit of ego. But in a lot of ways, I'm not really religious anymore. I have faith in myself, and I believe in humanity. I can say that much. We have our dark sides. It's part of being human, and we have our good sides. So, but when I do find myself talking out to the universe, in a bit of a prayer, if you will, and just asking for strength, asking for guidance and wisdom, in places to where I find myself and I'm just like, what do I do? Especially with my episodes, because being bipolar, you get into these mental cages and it's just like you can't get out of it. It's just like freaking drills on the side of your head and your brain's just in one mode and you cannot get out of it. I was like that when I first moved into the place. I had an episode. My friend Clumsy was helping me move, and she saw me just I couldn't stop cleaning. I couldn't stop cleaning. I could not stop organizing. I couldn't stop putting stuff up. I was in this fervor of needing to get things done. And I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. And again, mentally, I couldn't escape. I couldn't get out. I was still functional. I still recognized that she was there. And luckily, it's good to have a friend that realizes what's happening mentally. So that helped a lot. And it's done me a lot of good to reconnect with people, especially when it comes to people like Clumsy, because there are similarities. And when you have people that don't just share in your interests, but also go through the same things you do, when it comes to the types of struggles you deal with, it helps a lot. And recently, I've had people reach out to me on Discord and Twitter about struggling with mental difficulties. And here's the way I see it, and this is the way I feel about it. The average person that doesn't have to deal with mental struggles all the time, they are strong people. People are strong, whether they know it or not. And the world will tell them they're weak. The world will tell them they can't do it. The world will tell them they can't keep going. But there is a strength in all of us, and especially in people with mental struggles, with bipolar, with ADHD, with anxiety, with depression. Stuff hits us hard, harder than people that are just, your average Joe, that don't really know what it feels like to have that feeling they have amplified 100 times over with mental difficulties. And we are some of the strongest freaking people on the planet because of the stuff that we have to get up from. It's basically kind of like walking around on Earth with the gravity we have, but yet somebody with mental difficulties, the struggles they have, it's like walking around on another planet with even heavier gravity that's like 20 times that of Earth. It's a struggle to want to keep going, and you got to keep pushing yourself, It's a lot easier for people on Earth, but when you're on that other planet with a stronger gravity, you're constantly being pushed down. You're constantly being pushed down. Getting help, therapy, pills, whatever. It's a bit of an alleviation from the gravity flux, because you're adjusting the gravity to a lighter part, and it really helps you to not struggle as much. You still struggle. There is no perfect remedy to what we go through. But I will say this. You keep going, you keep fighting, and you will be one of the strongest people on the planet mentally, because you have dealt with stuff that nobody else knows, and probably the average person will never feel or understand. That's just the hardcore truth. The sad part is some people don't even want to understand it. They want to remain willfully ignorant, unfortunately. You're going to deal with people like that. What it really comes down to, though, is you saying and feeling and realizing that, you might need some help, and you get it. That's where it counts. So, anyway, bit of a ramble vlog, but I did want to post some stuff. I'll tell you one thing, I'm still dealing with some nausea. After the Borderlands stream tonight, I started getting motion sick, and I have not felt that ever. I've never gotten motion sick. So Borderlands 3 is cursing me. But I started getting motion sick, and I vomited. I threw up. I had dry heaves. I know, nasty. I know, probably don't want to hear that, but it's been years since I vomited, And so it just compounds on the fact that I'm going through things in my life right now. I'm having to rediscover things, rediscover pains, rediscover strengths, rediscover all kinds of stuff. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'm still going. And I'm fixing to turn a new chapter in the new year. Fixing to have to rebuild a little bit, especially on the channel, on Twitch. But it's all right. Hopefully I'll have some of you guys there. And, for those that aren't going to be there, I totally get it. Totally get it. But I love every one of you. I hope you have a terrific time with whatever you're going through. If you're going through a rough time, stay strong. Remember, you're awesome. Never with royalty otherwise. I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog at 15 minutes, and I'll see you later. Peace.